to do today was recap the christening. So I went to, the christening was in the summer or May?
What's July 3rd?
Okay, so
Yes.
the christening was in the summer.
Remember, I was talking to the priest, so you gave him that date.
That's right. So this I was there in May, and then I came back in July, and then there was a christening for a really someone in Xavi's life, Leo, if you're watching, hey, Gloria, Gio. So there was a really cool event there for the cutest little baby. He's so sweet. He's so, like, his temper is just like so balanced, and he's just such a pleasure to be around. And he's meeting all of his milestones right now. He's just the cutest little chunky monkey ever. Mm-hmm. So I'll put some pictures up of Gio. But what I really wanted to discuss was the church. It's called Maria de Real.
Santa Maria
de Real. And it's named after Mother Teresa. Sorry.
Mother Teresa is like...
it's named after...
Okay, this is something like when Sarah Palin said that dinosaurs lived 4,000 years ago. Something similar to that. Okay, come on.
So I got my timeline.
Yes. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, like, oh,
that's crazy. Okay, why did I say that? Because, like, this is a 15th century.
Oh, not even
beyond.
century.
Even beyond church. And I said it's named after Mother Teresa. Maybe
Mother Teresa was like, they were taking pictures of her.
How about the original Mother Teresa? Maybe there was an original Mother Teresa.
Santa Teresa de Jesús. Yeah, that's
okay,
right.
That's what I was talking about.
Okay.
So anyway, this church, you guys, in Aranda. Aranda's a small town, but it's not small compared to the towns that are around them. But I'm going to tell you, this church, the architecture is just amazing. It's like 15th to 16th century classic Gothic architecture. Like, you walk up to the church and you have these huge grand doors, but you also see the little gargoyles on the side of the building. And I was asking Xavi about that, like the gargoyles and religion and this idea of like these little, were they always little scary representations, or did they have a different type of energy? Or because gargoyles for me are little scary monsters.
You know what I like about these videos, that you made it sound like I'm an expert on everything, which is good. Like, okay, I really have no clue what is the meaning behind the gargoyles. They're funny looking pieces of rock. Sometimes they spit the water from the rain.
Yes.
And they look like devils and weird animals with a unicorn or something strange. And I don't know the symbolism, but it would be nice to know. So next time you ask me, maybe I can say something that makes sense. But it's really cool to see. And yes, so the church feels imposing. Feels like, oh my gosh, this must be some truth after all this stuff. Because you see those, enormous structures and domes up in the ceiling, and the old marble stones that are being stepped on for many generations. So it's cool. This is a cool feeling. And you'll see many of those in Spain, all over Spain, and much more magnificent cathedrals. In the big capitals. As you said, my town is a small town.
Yeah, but this huge church is just amazing to walk in. It's like and I think it's €1 to take a tour of it. And they have services. It's an active church. They have services on Sundays, but during the week you can pay €1 and take a tour. The only thing I can think with the gargoyles, like, they're meant to protect. So I guess they were protecting the church in some kind of symbolic way. And I'm just like, well, if the church is truth, then why does it need protecting? What, I guess truth needs protecting. I don't know. That's a whole nother tangent. But if you're ever in Aranda de Duero, you should see this church. I mean, even if you're not, like, I'm not a big religious person at all. I am not into Catholicism. No. But the architecture, the construction is so impressive. It's just something.
For €1. And the fun thing is too, and then you go get out of the church, go to any bar in town, you get a glass of wine for €1. Everything is €1 there.
Yes,
Coffee.
that's another great
It used
thing.
to be a beer. Maybe it's 110 now.
Even if
But a
it's
glass of wine is
€3, it's
Which one?
still so much better than what we pay here in this overinflated, system here where we have our restaurant, our overinflated hospitality industry is what I'm trying to say. Like, a glass of wine is $16, $18, and then you compare it to like being in Spain, you can get a really good quality glass of wine for €2. So yeah, great point. Yeah, the tours, €1, coffee, so many things are much more affordable there. But like, I wanted to know, like, and maybe you never gave it any thought, but like growing up in Aranda and seeing this big, huge structure, was it always huge like that when you were growing up, or has it been added to and
Well, I'm not that old, okay? Yes. Yeah, when I grew up, being
I'm
a
not
kid.
suggesting that you're that old. I'm
the
just saying, has anything changed, or is it still its same glory since you were a child? The way that I see it is the way you saw when you were a
Yes,
child?
yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But yes, you're right. Originally, like let's say in the 11th, 12th century, the original church was much smaller. And during, let's say, once the priest got a bunch of money or something, they say, okay, let's expand it. And they just would hire or pay like whoever. It would be interesting to know exactly how and who put the labor and how much they got paid for. It would be probably not much. Maybe they were, hey, look, you work on the church, you're going straight to heaven. So this, you won't go to the, is it a purgatory, a word?
Yes.
You don't need to stop there. You go straight.
Yeah, and there'll be 100 versions waiting for you too.
Oh, if you work, can you imagine? You're working in the facade of the cathedral.
Oh God.
That must be like the pass. It's like the global entry today. In the in the airport.
Right. How interesting. Yeah, so I just was like, I wanted to tell you guys about that. That was a great event. Gio was christened, and he had so much love around him. Gio is actually, his parents are from Argentina, but they spend a lot of time in Spain. They have a lot of friends in Spain, so they're there a lot. And they were just thinking during their travels that they would get him christened, and that's where it all happened in Aranda. And so family and friends gathered to say, Gio, welcome. And may you be blessed.
Yes. And if you wonder about these things, these are like PVC 8-foot long baseboards for the apartment. It's going to look great. You'll see them. But, so we got a whole bunch of them here in the car because we're in the middle of the construction.
Yeah. It's been a big thing. I guess you want to talk about the construction. The construction has been a lot of red tape. Finally, things are getting done, but just the short of the long, he hired this so-called contractor family member, and that person let him down and just kind of like slipped out and never called back. And so we had to start all over again, finding someone and to do the work. But yeah, careful with family, you guys. You want to, we all have our best intentions to help family, and then sometimes they just disappoint us. So anyway, that happened. So now you got to do it yourself. So we went to Lowe's, Home Depot, did some shopping today, and it has to be done. Sometimes you just got to roll up your sleeves, right, Papa D?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It feels good too, because having a job like this, always like sitting in front of the computer and on the phone, talking to people. It's nice to be a little active sometimes. Move those muscles before they get too rusty.
Yeah, it's good to do some manual labor sometimes, for sure. Yeah. So that's the deal today. So I just wanted to just talk about Aranda. It's a beautiful place. Oh, another thing I want to mention before we leave, just Spain overall. One of the things that you'll run into if you ever you'll discover a lot of things, but one thing that really stood out for me was how the older population is treated, how seniors are treated there. They're treated with such dignity. They live with such dignity. They're out, all types of the night. They're huge groups, multi-generational, from like 1 to 89 or 90 years old. They're all out on the plaza all the time. No one's pushing them into assisted living facilities if they are capable. So this is the thing that I see in the U.S. It's just like, even if you are capable, you're made to feel like you're not capable, because the U.S. has a special place for elderly people, and it's behind some huge walls, and all your services are here, so don't ever leave. It's the type of idea. But people in Spain really, value their seniors and their the older population there, and it's so refreshing to see them walking around, the couples hand in hand, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. They feel safe, nobody's preying on them, they're able to go out and have fun, and they're healthy. And
yeah, I think they have sex every day, nudity all the time, so that's what keeps them alive.
Well, maybe those siestas are very, very hot and steamy. I don't know that.
Hot and steamy, yeah.
Hey, but I did catch a little picture of your mom and your dad. It looks like she was kind of reaching for something.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
I'll post that. It was so cute. So maybe
I don't need no more brothers at this age.
So maybe, yeah, hopefully they are, still have some vitality and still are, enjoying life in many different ways. So let's just say that. But that's one thing I noticed, and I thought, wow, this is very different from what I'm used to seeing in the U.S. So go to Spain, you guys, and broaden your perspectives. Just travel in general. It doesn't have to be Spain. Just broaden your perspectives beyond the U.S. And yeah, it'll educate you more. I think, was it Mark Twain that says travel is the best defense against ignorance, or something like that. I'm not saying it verbatim, but something along those lines. So yeah, that said, you want to add anything before we say ciao?
Well, I hope we get better and better at this. Okay. Okay. And I hope you're watching all the way to the end. Well, thank you very much. You gotta just tell me how you do it.
Yeah. So you think I suck doing my videos right now? Like, my videos aren't good? What do you mean get better and better at it? You think it's bad? But this is not great. But hey,
oh, this is perfect.
People want to see your live. This is real life. You got to roll up your sleeves, and we're just inviting you in to let you know, hey, we have shit to do just like everybody else, right? So yeah, all right, you guys, so that's it. Just wanted to talk about the beautiful christening that I witnessed in Aranda and the beautiful church that's there. So if you ever visit, take a look. The Santa Maria de Real,
yeah,
that's what it's called.
Okay, very good.
Ciao.
Adios.